We just got here onto the showroom floor. We've finished setting up our booth. It's behind me here. And Malcolm from Centrical is our first guest. It's little nerves, pretty exciting time. And I'm gonna show you the booth and then we're gonna go talk to Malcolm. Malcolm, first of all, thank you so much for being the first test case on CX in the Wild Live. We've never done live podcasting. We've never had a trade show booth.
Do it live.
You're the first person. But you're at this show also, and Centrical is a pretty big name in the business. I was just saying to you before you got here, I'm sort of amazed that Centrical is here. So can you just tell us why is Centrical here and what's important about what you're doing at the show today?
Sure. I mean, look, Centrical is a big proponent of the community. We want to make sure we're available for everyone in the CX, EX, and contact center space. I think just generally speaking, we really want to engage with contact center leaders. We want to make sure that they're doing everything they can to empower their frontline teams. And it's just great to be part of this Expo. And I think we're going to meet a lot of folks and have a lot of fun and some good conversations. We're really looking forward to it.
What is the single most important value proposition of Centrical this year?
I would say it's that we believe your frontline team is absolutely the secret to making your customer success work. If you're empowering them, then you're empowering your entire business. So we just want to make work fun.
Just taking a loop before we get back to podcasting. My first podcast with Malcolm from Centrical was super fun. That guy's awesome. He's low-key, chill. I like him because he's motivated by the right things, and by that I mean the agents, the frontline agents. It's hard to trust a company or a brand or a person who talks more about their tech or their features, functions, or their brand or themselves more than they talk about the agents. This is the keynote stage. I'll be on here at I think 1 o'clock today. Oh, hi. Oh my God. There he is.
What's happening, my brother?
You guys are gonna be in my keynote speech I was just talking about. So I'm excited about that. So why are you at this show if you don't have a booth?
So I'm on the advisory board. They've been asking us to come in and I've never tested it out. So I came today to check it out. It's amazing. It's huge. We will definitely be exhibiting next year, but we wanted to check it out. But there are so many people here and so many partners. I can't wait to hear your keynote.
Always fun to see Jim at these shows. I guess I knew he was gonna be at this show, but it's caught me a little off guard. No booth. That's pretty interesting. That's a good loop for the show. We'll head back to the booth and see how Camille's doing.
I'm fairly new to the CX community, but coming into this space, I was blown away with how much data gets collected, how data-driven this business really is. But then it was also surprising to me, just given the nature of it, how little time gets reinvested into employees. A lot of them don't actually get trained super well, or they go through a very basic onboarding experience. And when you really get down to it, no one goes to work every day wanting to be bad at their jobs. I mean, that wouldn't compute. What I realized very quickly, if you invest in your EX, your employee experience, if you make them better at their jobs and they feel better about coming to work, they will do better with your customers. And then that just gets a nice flywheel effect. If I was a contact center leader, sitting in a C-suite somewhere, I would absolutely want to know what the frontline rep's cultural experience was with my brand. Do they genuinely enjoy coming here and representing us and taking care of our customers? And I would want to do everything in my power to make that true.
In our industry, in BPO, in the customer experience space, everybody is racing and rushing to talk about the things that we all know about. AI, ChatGPT, digital transformation, digital this, automation that. And we all know the importance of that. I think where we can make a true difference is not to be more digital, not to be more automated. We need to do that, and we will, and we are, but we need to be more human.
I strongly believe that human plus AI is the right combination, because you have seen most of the companies kind of trying to deflect and automate everything they can, some of them with poor results. If we kind of combine the human side with the AI for the automation and optimization, then you can augment agents and all the whole operation. That's the key point. If you build this strategy from the ground up, I think that will be super powerful, because you'll maximize or multiply the productivity by X times, 3, 4, 5 times. So definitely, I think human plus AI is the right combination. Of course, there are many or a large portion of the inquiries that can be fully automated because they are trivial or low complexity. So it's about the way you kind of merge the human expertise, the human feeling with the machine, right?
We call them empathic problem solvers, and that's what we pride our agents on, and that's what we train them in a general sense to be. Empathic and very resilient and used to moving and a little bit older, a lot of the time tenured because they have agent experience from maybe another project we had just done. And a lot of times now that we're growing, agents are coming off one surge and then going to another team. And we actually, Dennis, also we act as a pretty good way of managing workforce, because we don't say, hey, get rid of all your inside folks. We say, build a team, we'll run them parallel. It'll give us all this champion challenger and get some good friendly competition going. But also because our mission is to get these folks jobs that are fruitful and steady, we say, please, if you hear someone in our any of our going over the calls, and just tell us. And yeah, we want to take that person. Melissa is great on the phone. She's really doing better than the other ones. We're going to uptrain her to a level 2 agent with us and hire her permanently. And we encourage that as opposed to put it in the contract not to do that. So
what we do is we help get new call center agents up to speed in half the time. In general, we are trying to get them half of the classroom time as they normally have. So when your agents are sitting in a classroom watching PowerPoint presentations and videos, they're really just falling asleep, either literally or figuratively.
Yeah.
And we're trying to cut down on that by giving them real hands-on experience and following through with mentoring throughout the agent lifecycle. For the most part, what we're trying to fight against is the feeling that everyone has, no matter how engaged you show up, of that first day at the job, like that pit of fear in your stomach of, oh my God, I just want to be better at this. I have so many questions. I don't even know who to ask questions.
Yeah.
I don't know what the right questions are.
Yeah.
And so how do you create an AI mentor that can be there coaching throughout all those different steps, helping someone get better at their daily job? If you are trying to get a new rep up to speed, you don't want to be looking over every single person's shoulder every single day, but AI can. We can look at 100% of your conversations and use that to figure out what are the best methods in order to get those new reps up. From the agent perspective, we are looking to make sure that you feel like this is your buddy, like the angel, like you said. This is someone who helps me get better at my job every day, helps me make more money, helps the company make more money. We want to be presenting in ways where you're excited to get that feedback. There are certain parts that we want humans to still do. We want to free them up from the lower level hard skill training so that they can focus on some of the soft skills. Sometimes just pulling someone in, asking, hey, how's the family? Like, how's everything going at home? AI is not as good as people at that, but we are really good at making them get ready for doing phone calls.
Going forward, the future belongs to folks who are first know the business in and out, but then can use this technology to sort of accelerate that. Imagine you have 3 people. There's one who have been 20 years in the industry, knows the business in and out, knows the operational stuff in and out. Very valuable to the company, right? Someone asked me if the headcount changes happen or layoffs happen, will this person be impacted? Most likely no, because they have 20, 25 years of deep understanding of intricacies of the business. The second person who is just out of college but has a graduate degree in machine learning or AI and can really deliver transformational results for you. Will that person be the part of the layoff? Probably not, because they know the latest technology. But there's the third category, which I call the superhumans, right? And superhumans are that person with 20 years of experience, deep business knowledge, deep use case knowledge, which have the context. And then they get trained in these technology stacks, not only from how to use it, but also what is the underlying capabilities, and they can create products and they can help steer the new products and services for that business. Imagine how impactful that person's C would be, right?
Yeah.
I think the future belongs to Cs.
These are individual people. I would rather think about them in the middle and think, what can I be doing to make their lives a bit easier? I mean, it's a tough job. If I can give them opportunities where they're going to more easily have rapport with customers, have more meaningful conversations, frankly, their lives are a bit better because they sell more or they collect more and they're more successful. They're better off in that process. So as much as you've got a business objective and goals in mind, what I love is this feeling like I'm helping these agents. I'm helping these people have a better conversations, making a bit more money, solving that turnover of staff issue.
My first identity is educator. So number 1, I have to believe they can do it. Number 2, I have to give them practice. I'm a trainer, so I have to construct authentic practice activities with their own customers' incoming questions and help them rehearse it. And in fact, though customer service agents respond to customers as they're one person at a time in silence when you write, they actually learn in community. So Even though we do this job by ourselves, we learn to do this job amongst other people. It's developing language skills is a social act. So I want the trainings to be on site if possible. I know that's like wanting a pet unicorn, but if we can do it on site, it's better. If we can't, then we got to, do everything we can to make that virtual training engaging. So I believe they can do it, and I help them do it with authentic practice.
At Avoxy, we provide international cloud voice solutions to contact centers all around the world. What's different is that we actually are not just moving your voice to the cloud, we're helping our clients reimagine how they really want to deal with their voice infrastructure. We started by looking at all the times customers called us and said something was wrong, or they didn't understand something, or something didn't work for them. And we started looking at that with some data modeling to say, how often could we have predicted this before they called us? And now we have a couple of data models. One is on the quality of a call, and one is on the actual, is the call, the line, the physical line of a phone call, is it actually working? So those two models. And so now those models are being used within our product to help us identify issues before customers call us. So because we're a software company, we actually operate with a very software mindset throughout the whole organization. Even we do a stand-up, like a little 15-minute stand-up with the leadership team every single day. How are we doing? How are our customers doing? What's going on across all the departments? 15 minutes. And then we also do something called a blameless retrospective, which is done in software when something breaks, code breaks, but we do it in the business. So we say we lost a customer, we had a service situation we didn't like. We just say what happened with real facts. We say this is blameless. This is not about anybody getting in trouble. This is about us taking action to make change to get better. And to me, that's the real continuous improvement.
Yeah.
A beneficial continuous improvement.
To say there's no difference between you and Harry O and Frampton and this guy Clinton. Met this guy Clinton. Clinton was the first guy I ever met who actually solved how to quantify customer experiences. This guy right here. I've talked to hundreds, thousands of people around the world. I have one more show in the US before I start my world tour for the rest of this year. This is the only guy in the world that I ever met who solved how to actually quantify customer experiences and build them up within an organization. Great keynote. We met so many people. We did 13, 14 or so podcasts. It's the end of the show. Everybody's clearing out. We stayed till the very end because we had to wait to break down our booth. I'd say the first booth was a big success. I didn't get to see as much of the show. Like, I'm walking around now after the show and I'm just like, wow, it's sort of sad that I didn't get a chance to walk the floor, but so many people came to us. I learned a lot, and I'm very grateful for Calling Contact Center Expo for having us, letting us do our keynote, sharing our stuff with the world. That's it, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna go to see Camille. Where is Camille? Oh, Camille's breaking down the booth, and let's get some Camille commentary. Hot takes. Calling Contact Center Expo hot takes.
Oh my gosh, fun, lots and lots of new innovation, and great podcast.
Hey, how was it to have your first trade show booth?
It was amazing. Look at this setup. Can't beat this. Look
We're
how good
breaking it down.
Yeah, we're breaking it down, but it looks great. So, yeah.
The last part of the day, I just want to say thank you to Calling Contact Center Expo. This team, I don't think many people know, but the production team changed recently. I can't say enough good things about them, but I do want to say a couple of shout outs. Beth on the team, amazing to work with. From 6 months ago till now, constant contact. I felt like I was the only person she was talking to, but obviously this whole event, she was being that kind and wonderful to everyone. Imogene, who on the day of and on the production floor made you never felt alone. This was my first time doing a booth. She was amazing. Kaylee at the front desk solved a bunch of problems for us that I didn't know how to solve. So overall, the team has been amazing. I'm gonna stop by the team's booth. I know everyone is tired, but I do want to give them a chance to say some last things before we wrap up for the day.
I just want to thank everyone so much for all of their efforts, for getting involved. Everyone's had such a good energy on the show floor, even before the show as well, just leading up to it. Everyone's been really supportive, really friendly. We're obviously from the UK, so we've come over here. It's all a little bit strange, and we don't know where we're going, so everyone's been really kind and friendly, and it's been great to meet people and put faces to names as well. So yeah, I've loved every minute of it. I want a special shout out to all of the keynotes, advisory board, all of the exhibitors, all the judges, everyone that has been a part of making this show happen. We literally wouldn't be able to do it without you. So we want to thank you guys so much, and we can't wait to see where the industry takes us next year, and see you all next year at the convention centre.